How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And with that, let's get into today's episode. So at the end of last episode, we just finished off with one of our little raids. Also in last episode, we got a bunch of new people. We accepted the quest for the 5 refugees. One of them has already decided to join us, which is really nice. So hopefully we can convince at least the other 4 to join us. And a nice surprise is it looks like Tail is pregnant, which is kind of nice because really that means we got 6 people. Although we don't really have to feed the unborn right now. One of the other things is we need to make sure that we can get, I believe it's Sky, her drugs. Right? Yeah, we need to make sure we can get the drugs for Sky. So we have got the psych leaf. Now we need to get a drug lab. So we need a Walter White, some things. But to do that, we need to get some components. So who is on mining? One. Go mine. I need compacted machinery. Awesome. And then let's see, what else? I also expanded the food production area. We do have a nice backlog of food, but I do just want to make sure we have ample food, as with the amount of people we have, we could quickly go through a lot of it. We do have an extreme break risk. It is on Sky, which I'm not surprised, just due to the nature of more or less her predicament. There is no recent conquest, unfortunately. There are no slaves. She is sleeping outside and in the cold. Why? That's why. 4 eyes. Once you're done with what you're doing, can you work on these 2 things? I know I selected you to at least work on that wall, but I don't think you're going to work on it. Shuttle arrived. Who is... Ooh, here for you. Get in shuttle. Goodbye. Send off. And we now have a new person. Awesome. Okay, so this person, I don't think we've been able to see what they were going to give us. So it looks like they gave us a weapon. They are a little bit old. Oh, that is spicy. Spicy construction skills. So very spicy. Okay. Well, you're going to get this room. So set owner. Looks like everybody has a bed somewhere, which is nice. Okay, so Ninjak here. Let's see. Minor pain. So he does have some scars, unfortunately. I want to keep looking at his... this. He's not really a fighter, although if he does fight, it's going to be with a melee weapon. He doesn't have any aptitude for either of them, so he probably won't level them up very much. He'll probably more so just be there to defend himself. Socially, medically, not great. Artistically, not great. Although crafting is pretty good, so that's solid. He can't really do anything plant-wise, but he could at least help out. But he's probably going to be a constructor and then researcher. So let's go ahead and set all of his priorities. Where did it put him? Right up here in the middle. Okay. I wish it would have put him at the bottom just because he is new to the colony. We don't need him on childcare. Handling. You can handle things. Definitely construction is a priority for you. Hunting, don't need. Smithing, if nothing else is done. Say, I want crafting done before any smithing or tailoring. And of course, hauling and cleaning is a priority 2 for you, and then research is a priority 1. Now, it is important to note that if you set research to a priority 1, it defaults to that. And by what I mean with that is, so if he goes through, there's no fires to fight, so he checks patient. There's nobody, or he doesn't need to be patient, so he's going to then go to the next number 1, which is handle. If there's nothing he needs to do for this category, he goes to the next one, next one, next one. However, once he's on crafting and it checks, okay, well, I don't have anything I can craft. So then he's going to do research. Because research is effectively an indefinite task, he's then going to forever stay on this and he'll never go to the tier 2. Because if there is a table he can research at and he is researching, then he won't ever go to the tier 2. Now, the only time that isn't necessarily true is if, for instance, we only have one research table and somebody else is already researching, or we don't have a research selected. Then he would go to the next tier of level 2 and then go through those tasks. So that's just something important to note, that if you ever have somebody, in the case of like Ninjak, who has other things, say smithing and tailoring, stuff he's good at, and you want him to do these at some point, but you also have say research as something he could do. It might make more sense to set research to like 2 or even 3, just so that way he does all his other tasks first. Now, we do have a lot of other people who can do research, so it doesn't really matter too much. But we do already have somebody who's a dedicated researcher, so I am honestly okay with setting it to a priority 2, just so he does everything else first, including hauling and cleaning. But of course, that's just personal preference if you prefer your people to do hauling and cleaning first, or if you prefer them to do other things. Well, it looks like we're not actually going to need the barracks, and oh lord. Although, I think we are going to have this as a barracks. And slowly move these people into it, is what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so the shuttle's arrived. We do have some tattered apparel. So let's see. I do want to plan out a bit of an expansion to the production area, but I currently really can't. We need to move the ritual spot, so let's go ahead and deconstruct it. Let's then go ahead and build, where is it? Not recreation, ideology. A ritual spot. Let's go ahead and build a ritual spot. I don't really want to build it in the production house. Let's build it over here. We'll put the ritual spot up there. The sky is in a daze, but that's just because of the not having smoke leaf. 4 eyes. I need you to work on the drug lab. Okay, we have wood. We need steel and we need components. We should have enough components. Unless the components were used for other things. Okay, yep. Ooh. We do need a little bit more medicine. We do have the heal root, which isn't great. It's not the optimal way of doing it. So also getting the drug lab will help with getting medicine. Okay. Animal disease, a plague. I mean... yeah, definitely gonna need... set owner. Oh, you already have a bed. Where is your bed? Oh, it's in here. Well, I'm gonna then assign this to purple. So there is a bed for the cat, but there's also a medical bed for the cat. Who's our best animal person? I don't know what would be more, a doctor or a animal person. Not warden, handling. You have a skill of 5, you have a skill of 10. 11 and 1. So Bossa. Oh, doctoring is the priority here. That is bizarre. Okay, who's our best doctor then? You have a 10, you have a 14, so Kit. I need you to prioritize the cat. I like how we don't use real people medicine on the cat. We use the plant. We should be able to beat the plague, but it's going to be a tough one. We'll have to just make sure we monitor it. Okay. I also like having strawberries as one of the options, or just any berry as a food source, just because it's something you don't necessarily have to cook. You can eat raw and your people don't get a negative modifier from it. So that is something important to note, that on your map, you can scour and look for the little berry bushes, which look like these. It's really nice for them to be able to eat, because it's basically just an easy little meal that they can kind of get into their system. It helps stave off starvation. It's definitely not something to rely on. Like, I wouldn't make my whole food source berries, just because it doesn't provide as much nutrition as the other food groups, but it is a nice kind of supplement to your overall food staves, or I guess food stores, which it looks like we're doing a decent job of. We're actually growing in our amount of food. I do want to try to get this section of the base built, just so we can have extra rooms. A mad buck. It's gonna attack everybody it sees. This guy's gonna be the person it sees. I can't recruit her, so that means who? Let's recruit you guys. No. Yeah, because Sky's gonna have to get rescued. Okay. There we go. Sky's health does have a little bit of bleeding, so she's gonna have to go to the medical wing. But I can't really do that while she's in a psychotic wandering. So we're just gonna have to monitor it, because if she goes down, we're gonna have to rescue her. There's a deer for us to haul, though. Somebody gonna do that? Nobody's currently awake. I don't know what you're doing, but whenever you're done, can you, not consume? Oh, that's right. We didn't have a spot for it. Okay. Then zone. In this zone, I only want... animal corpses. And of animal corpses, I don't want insect corpses. That's just so that way they will store the body in the freezer. Horn, go haul this, please. Deer is decent. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I saw the corn and thought it was blight for a second. I was gonna say, that is not good. Why is... I don't want rotten in here. No rotten. Oh, there's nowhere to store it? Ah, crap. Okay. That's not good. Okay. Horn is pregnant. Interesting. Okay. We're probably gonna have to build a school then soon, because if we're gonna have one child here, Tail I think's pregnant, and Horn is pregnant, that's at least 3 kids, which I think justifies us working on a school very soon. Just because it helps develop their skills a little bit better. And it's similar to... I'm trying to think, what game? I think it's... Is it Banished I'm thinking of? Ooh, Banished would be a fun game to play. It's not a very long game, but it is a very fun game. Anybody who's ever played Banished knows what's up. That game is very fun, and and it just hits all the right notes of a good game. Okay, let's just go ahead and expand the dumping area then. Outside the walls. We don't really and particularly need like a super big area, so we'll just do that. Well, okay, I say we don't need a big area, but it doesn't really matter where it is. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of things in here. What? Don't tell me this is rotting too. No, that's fresh. That's fresh. No, the boar is rotting. These are refrigerated. Oh, I want these things frozen. Temp in here should be lower than that. Why is it not lower? We might need to just get a second refrigerator then. Okay. So then that's what we're gonna do. Temp. I need you to work on the refrigerator. The only problem with that, though, is it's going to leave a big hole in the wall for a little bit. Which means, who's our cook? Junie? I need you to work at the bench. And by that, I mean I need you to work on the bench right now. Yeah, I was going to say, this stuff's going to spoil if we don't get onto it, because, like, that's a lot of meat we can get out of these deers. Ooh, masterwork. That's nice. Kits in a daze. Ooh, the Royal Ascent. We've learned the way to escape the planet. Yeah, so this is one of those quests that we can use to get off the planet. It's effectively, if we appease the space empire, they will let us leave with them. We can join the mighty flotilla. Sad wanderer, that's fine. Can somebody work on this? Because we kind of need this cooler. I also would like somebody to clean, like, just all of this. Because if there's dirt by the cooking area, it causes potential food-borne illnesses. Psychic drone is ending. Of course you went to bed. Why wouldn't you have gone to bed? We need steel. Okay. Betrayal offer. Squid, a tribesman of Two Treaty, has learned that Tail and several refugees are being hosted. He is enemies with Tail and wants to see her dead. He will send you the following reward if you kill all the members. We can get, ooh, a recon helmet and a shock lance. I don't think so. I like them too much. Although what's funny is, notice, once they join us, they're no longer on the hit list. So Bopalari has already joined us and is not part of the 4 people who they want dead, which I think is funny. But regardless, it is not something that I'm going to prioritize. We do need to get this though done, which means we need steel. Do we have steel mined anywhere? No. Okay. So whenever you wake up, Four Eyes, who else do we have as a good mine? Junie can mine, not great. Sky can mine, but Sky is kind of injured. Yeah, you have a dependency that we're just working on right now. Yeah, we need steel for both. So who can we set to just do mining for a little bit? I think you. Let's send Basta. Basina? Yeah, let's set Basina to do it. Just for a little bit. I don't like that this is outdoors. Luckily it's 48. How long does the food? 2 days? Yo. Okay, so we have about 2 days before we start losing food. War merchant. Okay, that's good. Junie is also good. Okay, so Junie, you're also gonna go mining then. Scott, you're not fully healed, which is concerning to me. I thought, who is our number 1? Horn. Horn's our number 1. But you're gonna sleep. Once you're done sleeping, can you go mine some compacted steel? Like that much? That should be good. Who's not... Who has good social skill? I think it's social, right? Basic warden handling. I don't know, we're just gonna go with you. Go talk to the war merchant, Ninjak. Okay, we buy cobras. Boomalopes. Pemmican. Pemmican's good, it's like beef jerky. We have a little bit. Let's see, I could use components, they don't have any. Let's see, they have some okay melee weapons we could use. And that's about it. They don't really have a whole lot. Like, I was expecting good things, but they don't really want any of this. However, notice what we can do is, so we can see on the screen, I don't know if we've talked about this with traders yet. I don't think we have. But we could see, for instance, gift mode. So we could offer gifts, meaning we're going to get some good favor from them, but we don't get anything in return. However, we could also see what the trader wants to buy. So in case you ever have a trader, they usually will come back. So things that this person wants or is willing to buy is eggs. They want eggs, pretty much doesn't matter, they want them. But in particular, they want fertilized eggs. Manufactured items, they pretty much want explosives, along with some other things, mainly a lot of drugs. Tells us what raw resources, pretty much everybody wants the raw resources. Tells us any items, tells us any specific weapons. Now it's a war merchant, so it'll take any weapons. Tells us specifically what things, animal-wise. They don't really want corpses, but they'll take creatures as well. So it's always important to note that if you have a trader that you like, and that if you've built a relationship with, especially if they're from a specific faction, it is worth trying to make sure that you keep them happy. And one way of doing that might be gifting them things, or it might just be seeing, okay, well, this is what they buy. So if I'm going to do a trading run or like a trading empire playthrough, then you're going to want to know what people are willing to buy, right? So those are going to be the things you make. Baby prep. Oh, good lord. Oh, lord. Okay. Taylor is due to give birth in less than 6 days. We must prepare for the baby. We need to build a room with a clean floor and a good bed. Get a skilled doctor ready. In the work tab, assign at least one person to childcare. I think we already have that. Prepare a food source for the baby. Oh, we can breastfeed the baby, or we could feed them baby food, milk, or insect jelly. Well, we don't have insect jelly. We don't have milk. We don't have baby food. So I guess we're breastfeeding this child. Awesome. We need to build a crib. High quality cribs make a baby. How does the baby know if the crib is high quality? I don't know. And then it also tells us we can make baby food at a stove or a campfire. So we are going to have to queue some baby food, I believe. Awesome. So that means this room is going to probably become that room. So then crib. Okay. So this room just got a massive priority for getting built. Dresser. Table. Chair. And is there a plant? Little rocking horse. We do need to build a classroom. I think we'll probably, can we build? Yeah, we can build right here. I think we'll put a classroom over here then. But unfortunately, it is that time again. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Consider subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and peace out. See you guys later.